Hey YouTube, know it's been a while. Uh, Sorry for not having given you any updates in a while, but had a lot going on. Um, yeah, a little bit about the updates. As you can see, I have removed the front bumper. And I don't know if you remember or not, but she does look a tad bit different. Did a few changes, little updates, little upgrades. I changed the headlights. Did those LED, went with LED, similar to um, similar to the newer style cars. They have like a little lightish, whitish blue tint. Changed the turn signals to LED. Wired them up so if you are a 9670 owner or know about a 9670, the turn signals on the cab doesn't have park lights, so I wired them to have park lights. And also I had a leak similar to James Pretty, like his Cabover. I think it's Dolores or either Candy, one of the two. But I found it. It was the I sat in the truck one day. It was raining pretty hard, and I just sat in the truck. Of course, like I said, I had some stuff going on, so it was kind of a little therapeutic time anyway. The number one, of course, if you remember from past videos, I try to put a clip in of a picture of the old cab lights and the way she used to be with the bumper mounted. I should have videoed along the way, but like I said, I wasn't really feeling it. I had a lot going on. I changed all 5 of the cab lights, and I changed the antenna. It used to have that old metal style spring-loaded antenna up top. Water actually was getting in through there and the clearance light. So what I did, of course, International had that funny style torpedo cab light that only mounted in the front, and the back was the back of the light was kind of up in the air still a little bit. Still had a little slant, but not as much as these, like the new style, like that come on the Peterbilts and such. But anyway, I instead of ordering the new ones from International, Navistar, whatever you want to call them, because they were ridiculous. I mean, the price I paid for, I would say maybe 2 or 3 of these, I could only get one, not including the gasket and not including the light or whatever. And then of course, like I told you in previous videos, I wanted to convert every light to LED anyway. So yeah, like I said, changed those. And while I was up there, of course I've been trying to binge watch, catch up on videos I've missed, like from Twin Sticks and Chad Keegan and James Pretty, all of them. I've noticed Twin Sticks replaced his horns on Project Snowman, and got them off an older truck and cleaned them up, polished them up. And I've been thinking about either removing that horn or either taking it down and replacing it with a new one, or either cleaning it up, one of them. But been either thinking about doing that because it's the old style Grover horn. It has the deeper tone, which I do like, but I wish it did have double horns on top, which I still may add. I don't know what I want to do. But I also have been thinking about doing the train horns. Mount them underneath the cab. Underneath the frame. And I also changed the side marker chicken lights. Um, of course, they were LED, but I just changed all the clear. I wanted to go all clear lights, because and I started trying to strip some of this paint a little bit, just trying to see, especially where the cow stickers are. But of course, I kind of ran out of patience with it and just been doing other things. As well as I did drill holes in the got enough confidence to drill holes in the back of the cab for some lights, and I mounted that bar for my airlines, because I'm going to the 3-in-1 instead of the pigtail curly style. I just feel like that would, and I'm gonna also remove that little bracket right there that originally mounted for the held up the pigtails, the curly style. Couple other things I'm also thinking about, trying to get a new fifth wheel, because I remember when my uncle was driving it a long time ago, it was hooked up to a dump trailer, and I don't think, now that I'm learning, I don't think it was blocked, but my uncle said that it was felt like the fifth wheel was jumping. So thinking about upgrading, going to a newer style, either Jost or either Holland, one of the two. This one, I wish I could just replace this top plate, but I don't see any like serial number, model number, whatever. I think it, from the shape of it, I think it's a Fontaine, but and all I can see is just that wedge lock deal there, and it is a slider. So but like I said, it's the old style, so I said I want to update it, and also, last but not least, I installed a light bar on the back. I used to, like I told you in a long time ago, at probably the start of the videos I've started doing, I used to want the slash cut lights, the 3 slash cut on each side, but actually I was on YouTube one day just kind of messing around, because the light mud flap holders that I did get, that I found on Facebook Marketplace, I had a time trying to figure out how to mount those and have it looking decent, have it looking right, correct at least. And if these international trucks on original frames, you can see how that mount is. The mud flaps actually used to be mounted to these brackets turn sideways. And of course, when I got this light bar in, and when I finally did, it took a while to get it in. I don't know what's going on in the country these days. I guess they still complain about supply and demand or whatever, but it took months to get this light bar. But when I finally did get it in, that was kind of the start of what I had going on. And it was kind of, I let it sit in the storage house for a while, till I actually got the energy to get out and even start doing stuff. My fiance just recommended, she kept trying to push me, to try to start doing little things, to try to get back to myself. But I did finally get out, and because when I did start getting out, it was like hella cold, like I think like during December and stuff, it had got like ridiculously cold, and I mean, I'm not a real big fan of cold weather. I prefer it over the summertime. I mostly like springtime, like fall actually, when the gnats and mosquitoes are gone, and you can be outside and maybe have on a light jacket or something. And also, these internet that when I bought this truck way back in '06, when I had bought it the first time, I bought these international mud flap, whatever you call them. But I always thought that was like a cool look, because before I bought this truck, I was supposed to buy a Freightliner Cabover, but the guy was, I don't know if he just kind of changed his mind about selling it, but I don't, like I told you in the previous video, I don't like to bother people. So I mean, if I tell you I'm here with the money ready to buy, let me look at it, let me check it out, and you never show up, I mean, hey, that speaks volumes to me. So I did at the time I bought some Freight Shaker mud flap weights also, but of course I held on to these. I kept them in my storage because I knew one day I was gonna use them, even after I sold this truck before, and I finally did put them to use, and I end up having to get these, I think these are 24 by 18 dimensions on the mud flaps, because the light bar sits below the frame. Of course I had to go with the shorter mud flaps. That was kind of a issue that I was thinking about too. But if you follow Cabover Kevin on Instagram or anything like that, back in the day he had a light bar like this on his Cabover before it broke. But I did, which I'm not really finished with the mount. Got a few more things to do, but I did add some little rubber grommets underneath. I don't know, I doubt you can see them, but I added those underneath, to kind of give it a little added security on the as far as the vibration. And I did, get a frame a little touch up. I know it's not perfect, but I mean, I gave it a little touch up in the back, because I still have some things I want to do in the front. Like I said, I'm thinking about changing that fifth wheel and everything, and like I said, I have some more updates and upgrades to possibly do up here, as far as the deck plate and stuff. But like I said, that's more to come, one thing at a time. But I'm just about ready to put her to work. I'm trying to go ahead and order my tires to, and that's another thing that's tough to get in, tires, and like I said, just everything seems like, this almost like this ever since COVID. It's like the country almost just shutting down almost, but it'll get better. It's got to get better. Got to get better before it get worse. And then prices on everything is just ridiculous, man. I mean, but that's enough ranting. But let me show you at least how to and then I got a few updates and things to do in the interior. I tore it all apart, got all the took everything down, cause I'm in the process. I'm gonna start redoing the panels and everything. So I still got a few things to take out of the sleeper. Got a few panels to take out, got a few things to do back there. But and I did update all my dash LEDs. I changed those sockets to accept the 194 bulbs. And I changed all those to the white LEDs. Still got to do this one to the at the Um, Climate control, still gotta change that one. And I also changed out all my brake hoses, all for all the axles, all of them. Changed out the quick release valves, changed out all of them. The only thing I have left, I gotta replace those brake pots, and then we should be really in good shape. But hope it's not too much of a glare. And I'm thinking about adding it. Let me know what you think, but I'm thinking about cutting out some more holes for some more lights on these bars. I would kind of like to get new ones fabbed up, but that may come later. And I said I was gonna try to polish these up, but yeah, of course they're the two-sided lights. I should have turned the headlights on, but that's what she looks like. It's a lot brighter than those incandescent bulbs, because they just was looking like they were just barely working. But and then my reasoning behind drilling doing the 6 lights on the back of the cab, which I used to just want, just the one, but I figured, shit, I might as well just keep it uniform, and since I have 3 on each side on the light bar, I might as well have the same on the back of the cab. And I got those. I know it's kind of tacky, but hey, it keeps the water out. And it's kind of, if anybody has a link to those stack hats or whatever they call, that I can put on the stacks just to keep the water out, that's all I want to do. Just shoot it in the comments if you can. That'll help out a lot. But like I say, I like it. I mean, it was a little tough because at first I started drilling the holes. Of course, I drilled them with the 4.5-inch hole saw. And I started drilling them with my electric drill, my plug-in drill. And when I tell you, of course, they don't, I don't think they have clutches. Well, at least this one don't have a clutch. It's a DWalk, old style DWalk. And when I tell you, if it snags, it wants to keep going. It almost broke my wrist almost trying to cut one hole. And I did finish one hole, and I got to the next one, and I almost was gonna say, man, screw this. I mean, I just had these 2 holes, but I was like, man, nah. I went to thinking. Of course, I went in the house, ate a little bit, cooled off, and regained my groove. And then I came back. I was thinking maybe I should try it with the battery powered drill. I got a DWalk Impact. 1/2-inch impact, and I have a Cobalt, Lowe's brand, 18-volt drill. And I was like, man, I should just be able to, just maybe kick it down a couple notches and lower the speed. Of course, I was doing it slow, but of course I was just trying to get it done, and it actually worked better with the battery powered drill. But it did. I don't know if it was just the way I was doing it, but each hole almost took 2 batteries to do. It would kill a battery. I normally don't have to charge my batteries, but maybe if I'm even really using the drill, maybe every 4 or 5 months. And I've had that drill, I don't know, probably about 4 or 5 years. And it killed each hole killed 2 batteries. So, I had to, of course, take breaks in between each hole. And, of course, because I have a fast charger, but, of course, it was because it started like the battery lights on the drill start flickering, it flashing almost like it had an error almost. But Yeah, but I was able to get it done though, and it was tough fighting those. I changed I put new grommets. And I'm thinking about putting the chrome bezels on them, but I gotta of course go down to the chrome shop, because at the chrome shop they're a lot cheaper than online, because I was just gonna order them from 4 states or either Rainey's, but they're almost, I think they're about triple than what the chrome shop wants for them. But that was kind of and knock on wood, I also think I fixed my lights issue. I also replaced the trailer, the socket for the trailer. I put a new one there, and of course I just put that RTV around it. I still got to trim it out, but I just wanted to keep the water out once again. But I got a few patches to do on the truck, on the cab of the truck. Got a few holes here and there, drill holes, and that's the headlights. I hope it's not too bright for you, but I think on these Georgia back roads and stuff, I think they are gonna be one hell of an addition. I like them. I found them on Amazon. I think they are called, I forget what they're called, but I'll try to put a link in the description from Amazon. They're about $80 for the two, for the pair. Of course, I was just trying them out. I was trying to find some just like, I can't think of the name of that YouTuber that has the green Freightliner. Not for hire. I was trying to find that same brand he has, but they didn't make them in the 5x7 lights. So I was kind of disappointed, because I liked his, the way they turned out. But they didn't. I looked and searched and I'm pretty patient with my searches, but they I say they didn't have them. So yeah, I love that steering wheel, man. I can't. I don't even like to grab it to try to get out the truck, but I, of course, supposed to maintain 3 points of contact. But yeah, that's the updates. And of course, I have a lot more to do to it, but like I say, with really, just this time just kind of gave me a chance to, kind of catch up and do some things I really needed to do and been wanting to do. But yeah, excuse the bad light in the storage house or whatever, but yeah, this is the new bumper. It's of course actually the bumper is actually for a International 9300, but when I went with the 18-inch Texas square, with the rounded ends, and I did keep my toe holes, because of course I'm a be out kind of out in the country and everything. You never know when you're gonna get stuck. So of course it would have looked a lot better with the blind mount, coming down the road with a big mirror, but like I say, you never know. So but yeah, I like it. Only thing I really kind of didn't feel at first was they were supposed to put my license plate to be mounted mounted on top of that step hole right there in the center, but of course the license plate holes are at the top up there, just like the factory bumper, and they put that step hole, of course, way below. And I just kind of been trying to brainstorm on what I can do to cover it up still, but which I still may just leave it, because I've seen a few 9670s like that with that bumper, and they don't look half bad. Like I think his name is Kendrick Morgan. He has a red Cabover. He restored himself on YouTube. take a look at his channel also. He did some real good work on his. It really inspired me to, to keep going on mine. But yeah, just wanted to give you a little update on updates and progress I've made on the Cabover. One other thing that I do have to do besides that fifth wheel, my turbo is where is she? Turbo is leaking oil, and I noticed it which of course I'll probably have to show you in a later video. But got a bolt missing at the bottom. I don't know if it's supposed to be there or whatever, but it's greasy. But I mean, of course, the turbo, you still hear it spooling and everything, whistling. You still hear the whistle. And of course, I don't have a pyrometer gauge or boost gauge or anything like that, which I think I'm gonna add. Of course, when I put the new turbo on it. But yeah, that's my updates. And I also changed that grill up top. I've been on the hunt trying to find the bottom grill that goes around the headlights. But I think because I since I got this truck back, the previous owner that I bought it back from, he painted it up like a cow, because the truck used to be just white. And he painted it. Of course, I don't think it was too much of a good paint job, because you see how it peels and everything, chipping. And he painted the grills that gray, and I hate it. I really do. I hate it. I've been looking for the longest since I bought this truck back, trying to find the set. Thought I found a couple times, and of course they fell through. So I did find that top grill, and I'm gonna do a little experiment on polishing myself. Think I'm gonna sand both of them down and try to polish them out myself. I hope you don't think I'm trying to become another Bruce Wilson, but hey, you gotta save every dollar you can any way you can. And of course, like I said, this is a project. It's not a show truck. Just trying to build it to a point that I always wanted. But yeah, this your boy Marco Polo, signing out.